And the Nintendo train continues. Joining me here is Kit Ellis from Nintendo, and we are talking Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2. Kit, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you. How's Comic-Con? You guys, we were talking to Bill just a minute ago, and it seems like you guys have been having some fun here.
I have a great time at Comic-Con. You know, we have the rush of E3 last month. This is a good time to come out and, show some games to consumers.
And so are people able to play some Dragon Quest here? And,
Absolutely.
And if you're not able to play it here, we've got the demo for you going right now. And so, yeah, just before we, launch into what exactly we're seeing on the screen, to give folks an overview for what Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 is all about.
So this is a spin-off of the main Dragon Quest series. It's focused on collecting all of the various monsters in the game. You know, the series has a lot of colorful characters. So instead of playing as human characters in this game, you go out and collect monsters, to put them into a party and take them out into battle.
Okay, so you got your little monster crew, and so are we in search of monsters now?
Yeah, we are. We're taking a look out for monsters. So, you have some monsters in your party. You go out, get into a battle, and then you can try to recruit them to join your team. So that's how you get new monsters. And then you can also go out, once you have a good amount of monsters in your group, you can go synthesize them to create new ones altogether.
Synthesize?
Yes.
Is that the Dragon Quest word for sort of interbreeding of monster species?
You need a plus and a minus, is what I'm saying, and then you get a new one.
Okay, and so so you can presumably synthesize monsters you can't just find in the wild.
There are some that you can only get through synthesizing, so that's sort of it's also a great way to get monsters that perhaps a bit more advanced than what you're ready for if you want.
Oh, okay.
But then there are some that you can only get through synthesizing. More than 300 monsters total in the game, so that'll keep you busy.
More than 300? Kit, that is so many.
It's a lot.
All right, so there's like this overworld we traveled around briefly there, we caught a glimpse of, and now,
this is the airship, which is sort of your hub for the game.
Okay.
The story of the game is that you are a monster recruiter in training, and you want to get into the business of becoming a monster recruiter. So you stow away on an airship that's going away for a big world championship. Airship goes down, a lot of the crew disappears, you're not sure what happened, and you sort of need to find out what's going on this mysterious island and track down all the people that are missing.
a little bit tougher way to earn your chops than maybe you were hoping for, but that makes for a good game.
Yeah.
All right, so you return to the airship now. You're in this area. Are you in addition to finding monsters, are you also running across characters in the world, maybe lost airship passengers?
Exactly. Yeah, that's sort of one of the goals, is finding the people that have been lost in the crash, and on the way, of course, amassing all of your various monsters.
Okay, and now it looks like combat is it looks like it's fighting time.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Here we go.
And
you get a great sense of scale for the really big monsters. They look huge on the screen. And you can see in his party, so you have 6 slots that you can take into battle. And you can sort of customize this how you like. The front 3 are those that are actually in battle, and the back 3 are those that are kind of in reserves, but you can swap them out as you go along. And he's got a really big monster, and that takes up 2 slots.
Yeah, I was about to say, that looks like he's pulling a little more than
Wouldn't be fair
slot.
if you brought out 3 of those guys.
No, that'd
but
be a little
there are also the huge monsters that will take up all 3 of your slots. So a lot of strategic considerations as you're building out your party.
Yeah, I guess if you're a crew of Gasbaggins and a little slime rolls up, you're maybe not too daunted, but then boom, out comes the Cyclops. Oh, okay, but you can switch your squad on the fly.
Exactly. So you have 6, and you have the front 3 and the back 3, and you can go between those 2 as long as you're filling up that first 3 slots. You can't go over there.
Now it's sort of we're going turn-based here. We're sort of back and forth with different spells, different attacks. Presumably there's a range of melee, magic. I mean, how does all that go?
Yeah, you can really customize your monster a lot of different ways. There's over 200 different skill trees. So you might start with some base attacks, but then you can customize them, get on new abilities. Very deep game. People for the Dragon Quest series, they love the depth. Like Dragon Quest IX is one of the games we always hear people like, I sunk like 100 hours, 200 hours into this game.
Yeah.
And this is going to be along the same way, where people are just finding out what combinations they like, looking for monsters, synthesizing monsters.
A lot of depth to plunge there.
Yes.
So when you got all these skill trees, you got all this magic interplay. When you're in combat, do you have stuff like weaknesses or strengths that you can, like certain characters are strong against?
Of course, yes. Certain magic will do better against others, of course.
Okay, and so that feeds into that whole strategy you're talking about.
Right.
And so All right, we are now heading back to the mothership here.
And something else you notice as he's going along the overworld, no random combat. You can always see where the enemies are. You can choose to go into battle with them or not. Very similar to Dragon Quest IX. You know, you're not going to get hung up if you're just trying to get from one place to another. You can always seek out combat if you want to. But of course, some of them are going to come after you.
Yeah. So if you get close enough to that stripy long-tailed cat thing, it will totally jump you.
Mm-hmm. He's strangely alluring.
I would agree.
One of my favorite things about Dragon Quest is the monster names. There are some excellent names with these monsters.
So we got Jail Cat there.
We got the Jail Cat. He's got the stripes.
There was one in the Dragon Quest IX that we
Cruel
loved around the
Cumber,
office. I think it was like a wizard cat kind of thing. Sorcerer, Mancer. I can't remember quite what it was.
Cruel Cumber is my personal
Cruel
favorite.
Cumber.
Of course, all the myriad slimes that are in the game. You got angel slime, demon slime. There's a lot of slimes. You can tell I'm a slime fan myself.
You're a slime fan.
Yes.
And slimes have been the iconic Dragon Quest character for years, and definitely have like a cult following.
Yeah.
Now, are slimes something? Is there like a merch hall spot you guys have staked out, peddling slimes on the show floor?
We did have a PAX area last year that was focused on Dragon Quest and a lot of slime stuff behind glass. You know, slime history per se for people to check out, and of course those beanbags look just like slimes anyway.
Adorable.
But slimes are like a constant across all the series, and he's so cute. Everybody loves him.
And so those are back. And you talked about a lot about the stuff that series fans love about Dragon Quest and how you guys are playing into that with the depth and all the monsters. But for someone, Dragon Quest is a big name. And so for someone who's maybe thinking, well, I want to see what this Dragon Quest hype is all about. Let me, check this game out. What's it like for a first timer coming into this game?
Yeah, well, we see a couple of different scenarios. You got the longtime fan who's been with the series from the start. You got people who maybe got into it with Dragon Quest IX because that was a bit more accessible. Went a bit broader with all the customization, multiplayer might have brought people in there. Or then there's people that might start off with this game. And really, all of those are great ways to get into the series. But we do think a lot of people who were playing Dragon Quest IX will get into this. They'll see a lot of the familiar monsters, but they'll also go a little bit deeper. There's monsters from a lot of the different games in the series, so they'll get to broaden their monster awareness. And then there's some all new monsters that haven't been seen in the series at all.
Okay, when you got 300 plus monsters, you kind of you got to bring something new to the table.
That's right.
Of course. Please, and so you get to do a little naming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me you're not going for. That's a great name choice. That's like what I would name my black stuffed animal, Blackie, or something like that.
So something we can't show here, but folks should know about, a lot of multiplayer in this game. So you can go local wireless head-to-head with your teams of monsters, also online.
Oh, cool.
And you can even do tournaments for up to like 8 people.
Wow.
And you sort of go ladder style, find out who's the best. And we're going to be doing some tournaments once the game comes out between US, Japan, and Europe. Put their teams against, see who comes out on top.
Wow. So all your time spent training during the story mode, you're going to be able to bring those monsters into combat against local, online, and to the world.
So even once you beat the game, there's a lot of post, story mode stuff that you can do. But then if you want to go online and test your skills out against those other folks, that's another way to do it.
Are you a competitive Dragon Quester?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
You like to because you
take pride in your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take pride in, the deeper you get, then, the more strategies you get. And all right, so here we're back out in the world.
Yeah.
And like you said, no random encounters. How do you attack these flying guys?
You just walk right up to, for these guys, But again, like some of them, if they're more powerful than you, they will come up to you. Yeah. So again, once you're in battle, you can choose to scout them, which is how you recruit them. And you have sort of a percentage, and depending on how you can weaken them or the strength of the monster that you're going with, you'll have a better chance of scouting and recruiting them into your group.
Okay. And so do you just kind of find out?
There's that percentage right there.
This is how likely it is that you're gonna.
All right, that's pretty good.
Be able to recruit
so
this.
You got 100% chance right there.
Little fluttering duck-billed
and we got him.
Thingy. Nice work. So now you get to name the Chimera.
You get to name him?
What are we coming up with
here? Let's see how this plays out.
We're totally taking cheap shots at the guy driving back there. You're doing a good job.
Not what I would have gone with, but...
No? What do you think? Is it more like a herald?
Yeah, maybe a Kit, I don't know. Kit Jr.?
Yeah, Kit
Kind of looks like me.
Fun fact, all of Kit's monsters are named Kit Jr. I don't know. Maybe
I'm like George Foreman that way,
Yeah, there you go. So you can, mold the world to your image.
Right. That's right.
All right, so Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2, obviously a lot of single-player content and all the online multiplayer.
All the online
as
stuff
well.
for you to do as well. It'll keep you busy.
Cool. Now, when are folks going to be able to play this game?
It's coming out September 19th, so we're not so far away.
No, that's pretty close by. All right. And anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up here?
Gosh, Dragon Quest series is a franchise that's got a rich history. This is actually the 25th anniversary of that series as well. We got a lot of anniversaries this year.
Yeah.
If you haven't
sort of
tried
a
it,
theme with Nintendo,
jump on in. Dragon Quest 9 or this game are fantastic entry points for the series.
All right, Kit. Thank you very much for coming on. Hope
Thank
the rest
you.
of Comic-Con goes well for you.
Likewise.